Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I am your host, Sandman. Today I'm going to not be reviewing the brand new, super awesome Covert Instruments Echelon set. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. Let's get into it. Sorry, I didn't really know how to do a non-review review. Essentially, let me tell you all, I appreciate all of your enthusiasm. I was super excited about this set. I've been talking about it for like 3 months. I've been waiting for it for 6 months. I'm super excited that it would show up. I have probably received 10 emails of 5 people on Instagram and 4 text messages about this set of people saying, hey, Sandman, did you see the Echelon set is out? Hey, Sandman, did you see it? I'm like, yes, I see it. I have this thing called an email too, and I am subscribed to Covert Instruments email subscription. So when you get notified, I get notified too. But I love seeing how excited the community is. Also, to all of your credit, I didn't see it before all of you. I literally didn't know about it till somebody was texting me like, hey, did you see it? And I'm like, well, no, I guess not. And so I went to my email and it was there. And then my phone blew up. Seriously, it went like I just bought this brand new phone and it's Dunsky from all of the comments and people messaging me. I had comments and YouTube videos from the past of people saying, Sandman, did you see the new Echelon set is here? Yes, I agree. I'm super excited. Clearly not as excited as all of you, but I think I am. And so this is going to be my first impressions. Why is this not a review, Sandman? I feel duped or whatever. I don't know. That's my bridge troll impression. I just got it. I've only had it for 2 hours. I opened up the package in my truck so I could geek out for a couple seconds before I could go work out. And then I came home and I've literally just have it in the package. I haven't played with it. I haven't tried it. I haven't opened 1,000 locks with it yet. So it's not a review, but it is my first impression. So let's get into it. First off, I have the Covert Instruments Genesis pick set. This thing is tier 1. This thing is awesome. I love this pick set. And I have so much I want to tell you about this, some revelations I have found during a recent bridge raid that I'm currently editing and making a video of to share with all of you here. And I also own the very awesome Arbiter pick set or bypass tool set with some extra tools that I have thrown in there from Covert Instruments and something random from another company. I don't know why it's in there, but I have the Arbiter and the Covert Instruments. Now I have the Echelon set. Without further ado, let's get what our first impressions are. Literally, I honestly haven't opened anything in here. I just opened up the package. My address is on the other side. I can't show the address. I don't want some of you sending your underwear to me or whatever it is you guys are into, but who knows? I don't judge. So I ordered some of these tags. I forget what the name is. This isn't a review, guys. This is just an unboxing. I ordered some of these cool tags from Covert Instruments. The idea is I can go do a catch and release. So if a lock is not in use, so it's not keeping something secure, and the lock has been placed, like illegally, if you think about it, on maybe city property or public property, like a bridge, a pedestrian bridge. People will put locks on bridge and, you know, to profess their love to their first girlfriend in high school who's going to leave them for a poster of Backstreet Boy on their wall. I don't know. I'm kind of showing my age here. You can buy these tags from Covert Instruments for $5. You get 10 of them. They're aluminum, I think, and you can pick the lock and then put this tag on it and then close the lock. So it's called a catch and release, and it has a little heart here, like you're breaking hearts. And essentially the idea is you're saying, I was here. And so you can put your own code here, a QR code. If you have your own social media website, you could put a QR code here. So that way people know that you picked the lock. Also, you could put your own symbol. You could just write here in a marker, a Sharpie marker, and be like, Sandman was here, or whatever. I hate Sandman's reviews. You could write whatever you want. And then when you pick a lock, you could put that on the lock. I think that is super cool. I'm going to do the opposite. here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a challenge lock. I'm going to take out a multi-lock or a Medico that I picked. I'm going to pick it on camera. I'm going to put this tag on it, and I'm going to place it on a bridge. So that way, none of you psychos could pick this lock. And if you can pick it, you can either add your tag to the lock, or you can take my tag and you're scalping for tags or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But I think that would be cool to do with these Covert Instrument tags. This is revolutionary. This is awesome. I love this. And there's 10 of them for $5. I think that's very acceptable. I like it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the community comes up with this particular product. I already know what I'm going to do. I like to keep the locks that I pick. It's not worth it to me to pick a master lock or a Brinks, put this on a Brinks or a master lock and be like, yeah, I was here. And that's kind of cool though. What I want to do is I want to put challenge locks on bridges for people to pick. And then they could scan the QR code on the back and find my social media, and they could take a picture and they could message me, private message me and say, hey, Sandman, I picked your lock. You suck. And I'd be like, no. And then, you know, whatever. Let's get into the actual set. Let's see here. I'm really excited about those tags. All right, so this is the Echelon. This is not a review. That's everything. QR code, silica, lock picks, as they come in this case. Everything's still in plastic. I haven't pulled them out yet. That's cool. Wow, I'm really unprepared for this video. I wasn't expecting all of this. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see here. This is my first unboxing, in my defense. I've never done an unboxing on camera live. I usually just do stuff on my own time and review it afterwards. So this is the setup. This is the expansion to the Genesis. This creates an entire ecosystem. This makes Covert Instruments. It's what they're doing is awesome. This is awesome. This is what I want in my life. This is super cool. Let's see here. So we have the new turning tools. These, nobody has these on the market. So these are top of keyway ergo turning tools, tension wrenches, but they are single-sided, so these will fit into just about any lockpick case. And then they have these standard top of keyway turning tools that are double-ended. Don't think these are new. I'm pretty sure you can get these in the bundle, but I love that they gave us these with the Echelon set, because not only do I have a straight top of keyway turning tool here for doing things like float picking. Float picking is an advanced technique for high security pins like gin, or not gin, but like Christmas tree style or very aggressive spools, or if there's counter milling in the plug or in the body itself, you have to do float picking. That's another topic, but this is why you want these. Also, you could use this end for bottom of keyway if you wanted to, but the Genesis comes with bottom of keyway turning tools. So you ideally want to use the Genesis pick set with this Echelon set. This Echelon set you could purchase by itself, but it is a companion to the Genesis set. It's an expansion in my opinion, because this is for beginners and this is intermediate, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So you have deep recessed top of keyway turning tool access right here. So if you have locks that require that are more inset, similar to like this American lock that's like a deep inset, but I would still probably use this guy right here. But some of these are further reset in, so, or recessed in, so that's what that's for. So these are your standard top of keyway turning tools that are straight, and then it comes with 3 ergo ones, and I love these ergo ones. They're my favorite turning tools of all of my turning tools. I have all of the tension wrenches on the market. Tension wrench is a turning tool. They're both interchangeable terms for these, and so I love these, and I love that they're single-ended. I didn't want to have to destroy mine just to make them single-ended, and I really love that they did that. So this is a game changer, and this is highly recommended for anybody's collection. And now you can take these portable. I don't take mine anywhere because I can't get them to fit into a case very well, but these will fit. Let's talk about the first impressions of these picks. Oh, it comes with an RFID protection sleeve, so that's cool. So they gave like an RFID card. I don't know anything about this stuff. Some of you guys are way smarter than me. And apparently you can do a lot of stuff with this, like with a Flipper Zero and stuff like that. So that's cool. So you can learn to program and reprogram and de-authenticate and do all kinds of stuff that I'm just pretending to know anything about. I don't know anything about that. But that comes with this, so I wonder if they're going to have products that will allow you to interact with this card. Wouldn't that be sexy and cool if they did? Also, you could theoretically use this as a shim if you wanted to, you know, a credit card shim. So that guy would go in here. So that goes right there in the back. That's cool. And this, I think this is a neat little addition. I could put this, I could use this for my debit card or my credit card just in my wallet. I think that's awesome. They didn't have to give this. I don't think that this will fit in the Echelon with this protector here, but this is going to go in my wallet anyways. So, you know, if you wanted to put these two together, you'd have to put them in your wallet. So that's fine. That's no big deal. But I think this is a really neat, sweet addition. Moving forward, let's talk about the tool. So we have a probe. The probe is going to be for, I have the tool, did it slip out? Yeah, right here, magnet, caught it. So this probe is going to be for with this wrench. I first saw a wrench like this from Sparrows, but this looks like a much better design with much better steel. This is going to be for your tubular locks. So I can tension a tubular lock. One side is narrower. God, listen to me. One side is wider than the other side because there are different sizes in tubular locks. So I don't have one in front of me because I totally forgot that was in this kit, and this is a raw kit, so, or a raw video. So you are going to tension your tubular lock like this. Think vending machines, they all use tubular locks. Candy bar machines, soda, you know, machines, they all use this tubular lock. And then so I can tension it, and I can use my probe here to then single pin pick it and rotate it. That is super cool and super sexy. Let's see what the thickness is of this as it comes out. Totally not a review. 23 thou. So that's cool. So that's the same thickness, similar thickness as to what comes in with our Genesis set. Our Genesis set is advertised at 25 thou, but sometimes the pieces come in 23.5 thou, which is fine because you get a 2/1000th of an inch of, you know, leeway there in steel manufacturing. So we have this pick, and this isn't a review, so I don't remember the name of this, but it's basically a rocker pick or a spoon pick or a reach pick. And I love those. Those are super fun to use. So that's 23 thou. Let's take a look at this guy. This is essentially a Bogota, but it looks really smooth. I think this is going to work really well on locks. And let's give that a try. Let's take a look. And that is 23 thou as well. So I think all of those will complement basically an extension to the Genesis pick set. And these are the expansion for 20 thou. This is what makes this whole kit intermediate. Why is this intermediate, Sandman? Good question. Well, beginners, it's highly recommended that beginners use two things. One, 301 stainless steel when possible, because it's 301 high yield stainless steel when possible, because you need the strongest pick steel that's available to you, because you're going to put a lot of force on your picks. You're going to bend them. And two, you kind of want to use pretty thick picks, you know, somewhere between 20 to 25 thou. So the set, the Genesis set that comes in about 23.5 thou, it's advertised as 25. So you may get it in 25, you may get it in 24, you may get it 23.5, you may get it in 23. These are all good numbers. It's okay. It's just the way the pick manufacturing process is. It's not a quality control issue at all. 23.5 thou is a great size pick. And that's what you want to suggest for beginners. People ask me all the time, what should I get? I always try to base it off of price. You know, are you a little Timmy or are you a big Tim? And all of these sets fall into here. So the Genesis set is a little Timmy set for 25, and now the Echelon set is between a Timothy and a Tim. I think it's more of a Tim, or excuse me, a Timothy, because it's just like 70 bucks. It's nothing. So, but anyways, if you were talking about no skill wise, I like to point people in the direction of 23 thousandths, so that way they're not bending their picks. As you become more advanced and you start to see more paracentric keyways, for instance, this Master Lotto lock. This is a green belt lock on the Reddit Discord karate belt system, and this sucker is highly paracentric. I'm going to have a really hard time with my 23.5 thou, my Genesis picks. So I would definitely use 20 thou and I should have no problem. Yeah, I have no problem getting into this very highly paracentric keyway. Like my warding is overlapping the warding on the right. The one on the left is overlapping the one on the right. And I have no problem coming in at an angle with this 20 thou to pick this lock. That's awesome. And I can't wait to start using these picks on a regular basis because of that. Obviously, I have picks that can fit, but I love collecting picks. I love that I have a complete set now and that they went in this direction. So these are 20 thou. Let's check the quality control here. We are zeroed out. Let's check that. 19.5. I love that. That is super good. That's awesome. 19.5 thou. It's wonderful. Let's check this guy. 19.5 thou. Let's check this guy. 19.5 thou. Let's go with this one. 19.5 thou. Wonderful. This is a dimple rake. I've never even used one of these. I'll be doing this for my review. Never used a dimple rake in my life. That comes in 19.5 thou. That's wonderful. That's great. Man, I can't wait to use this stuff. I'm super excited about this set for multiple reasons. One, I like the new pouch. Two, I like the expansion to the Genesis, which is the 23.5 thou picks, and I like the expansion in 20 thou. I think they're going to come out with advanced picks, if I'm just guessing on the terminology here that they use with the beginner and intermediate. If they come out with an advanced set, I would probably assume it's probably 15 or 18 thou. And, you know, I'm looking forward to that. So I wanted this for the case. I wanted this for the expansion of the picks. And I wanted this also for the turning tools that are ergonomic, that are going to fit in my case right here. And I had someone message me and he said, hey man, I already got the set. I'm having trouble getting the turning tools to fit in here. I don't have a problem doing that. They go right here. That's where I would put them. You could, yeah, I would put them right here on these little flaps right there. And I think that is about as good as it's going to get. And that's really good. I really like that. That's really great. That's doable for me. So maybe I would put them on this side so that way there's room for the pick under there. I need time to play with this, guys, but I remember someone telling me that it is possible to actually fit a Genesis set inside of this. So just to give you an idea of the size. So it's not ginormous, but it is a little bit larger. Primarily, if you're to ask me, I think it's just larger from these wings. I don't think it's really that much of a difference in size. Let's do a little comparison here. It's not that much larger. It's a little bit longer. It's about a 1/2 inch longer here. So about a 1/2 inch there. And it's really, I don't even think it's wider. No, it's the same width in my opinion. It's just these wings, and I think that's great, and that's the expansion. So what I'm gonna do is, first up, I love that this is coyote brown or desert tan, depending on, you know, what you wanna call it. Some people call it tactical peanut butter, and I get offended. Just kidding. I like this color. I have a lot of gear. I'm an Iraq war veteran. I did 2 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan. I have a ton of gear that is in coyote and that is in tan. So this super excites me that they've made a solid pick case. Why else am I excited about this? So I went recently and did a bridge raid, and I have a video of that I'm going to be putting out this weekend. And in that bridge raid, I lost one of my favorite lock picks. Or not one of my favorite, I lost one of my favorite turning tools. And it was a turning tool made in Germany. So in order to replace that turning tool, I have to pay $20 shipping from DHL and buy a $3 turning tool. And it's like, oh man, I've got to actually put in a large order to justify the $20 shipping. Which brings me to the conclusion that I need to stop using tools overseas, and I need to just use the best tools here, made here in America, or provided here in America at the very least, which is the Covert Instruments tools. They have a whole ecosystem that's here, available here in America. That if I lose one, then I could put in an order and only pay like $5 or $9 shipping instead of the $20 DHL and then waiting 3 weeks. So I'm transitioning to Covert Instruments for my turning tools primarily. Problem number 2, how did I lose that turning tool? Well, I was using a Peterson style pick case like this, and it's my favorite. I've been talking about it for 4 months, how it's my favorite. Even though I had the flap closed, I had my turning tools right here. So when I had this thing closed and I was on the bridge, somehow my pick case went upside down and I lost that turning tool. That's my guess. That, or it fell out of my pocket or something dumb like that. What I love about this case is this case is super magnetic. So if I want to put a tool down temporarily, I can just attach it to this. That's one. Number two, I love that this is going to hold all your tools, and then you can close everything up and seal it up. Your tools are not going anywhere. So that was a hard lesson that I had to learn this weekend, was that I lost a tool that only cost me €3. But in the end, because it's made in Germany and it came from Multipick, I'm going to have to replace that for $25 minimum. Minimum. I have to wait until they have a Black Friday sale. And then I even reached out to them. I was like, hey, can I get a discount? And they're like, no, wait for Black Friday. I was like, okay. So apparently people who think that I do these reviews and he's a shill, he's a shill, his are paid reviews. I reached out to Multipick. I was like, hey, can I get a discount? Because I lost one of your tools. And they're like, a 9. You got to wait for, I'm not going to try to do that. That's horrible. But they're like, no, you can wait. You can wait for Black Friday. It's funny. So I was like, okay, I guess, you know, having 1,000 subscribers doesn't have the pull that I thought it would. So I am doing two things. One, I'm switching primarily over to Covert Instruments for my go-to pick set when I go to Bridge Rage and Locksport meetups. Because if I lose a tool, if I damage a tool, if something happens, I know that I can replace it lickety-split. I had never considered that. Number two is I'm going to be using this particular pick case primarily moving forward, because if I put a tool in here, for instance, I put this guy right here, and why not? I put this guy right here, okay, and I fold it, and then I fold it, and then I fold it. Those guys aren't going anywhere. So I'm super excited about this. I'm going to be playing around with this, different configurations, putting all these tools in there. And then I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to put all my bypass tools in there. This is an entire ecosystem. And this is now something that I can get behind and tell people, number one lockpick set on the market is probably going to be the Echelon pick set with the Genesis set with the Arbiter set. That's where I'm leading to. This is awesome. So there's a lot of really great pick makers and distributors and sellers out there, but the only person that sells anything remotely close to this is going to be Peterson Manufacturing. And my Peterson set, which is right here, my Peterson set, this thing cost me over $350. And that's not even including the bypass tools. If I put the $75 in bypass tools in here, then that is going to run me $75 on top of that. So now we're at $425. And this is only one thickness. These are all 25 thousandths. So if I were to add the other picks, now we're looking at $500. $500, and I straight up lost one of my tools using this pick case, this style of case, because I have 3 of these cases. So I'm leaning towards using this ecosystem for when I go to Locksport meetups and I go to Bridge Raids and I go to competitions. Instead of having 5 different manufacturers inside of one leather wallet that's going to lose your tools like I've been doing, you've seen it, this is what I'm leaning towards. So that's cool. I'm looking around. I don't even know where that pick case is. I think I lost the pick case all completely. What's going on? I was out of town, folks. So anyways, looking forward to doing an actual review. This is not a review. This is my first impressions, but thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to put some hours into using this set. I'm super excited. I don't know. Let's play around with it right now. Why not? I think we're going to do like a 20-minute video, 23 minutes. Are you still watching? Who still watches this stuff? Who still watches me in general? How have you not all unsubscribed by this point? Let's try the, this is a wave rake. I think they call this the Quint, and it's in 20 thou. I don't know. Let's see if, oh, crap. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, it's a 5-pin, too. Jesus. Man, if I sound tired, it's because I went to jiu-jitsu and I got my ass rocked. That's why I'm super tired. Got it. Look at that. Okay, well, I couldn't have planned. Sorry, folks. I had to attend to some family matters. But anyways, this is totally not a review. And I will be doing a full review in the coming days, if not another week, because I want to spend some time with these tools. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this, not a review, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in your dreams. I don't know, that still sounds creepy. Guys, I'm still working on my catchphrase. Put down in the bottom 2 questions. 1, are you excited about the Echelon pick set? Are you going to buy it? Do you collect the Covert Instruments ecosystem, this whole line here? And 2, what should my catchphrase be? Because I can't think of anything for the life of me. So let me know down in the comments down below. Peace.
Mr. Sandman, bring us